The heavens are on our side! That which the Han stole from us shall be ours once more!
I thought you were on our side!
We are, as long as you pay us!
Move! Hey, this way!
Get off!
My child will...
Silence!
This just won't do.
When a person has the power to defy order, it corrupts them. This is simply human nature. That's why the law must be applied to all equally. And all criminals must be punished.
Now's no time for a lesson. What are your orders, Cao Cao?
I know you. You are the ones who subdued the Yellow Turbans in Yo.
Yes.
What is your name? Where are you from?
Liu Bei of Zhuo. Vassal to Lord Lu Ji.
Liu Bei. I do not know that name. Your position?
I have none. I work to provide help to those who need my services.
Volunteer swordsman. But still, it's a good thing, I suppose, for like-minded men to gather like this.
Thank you for your kind words. However, ours is a ragged crew. Unlike your lordship, we are humble, and our numbers few. It is natural for you to doubt us. However, if you were to give us one chance, here and now, to prove our worth, let this ragged band of volunteers show that we can be of service to the mighty Han.
Bold words.
Perhaps it is only bluster.
But I see no reason not to give them a chance. They could become a valuable asset. You will serve under Cao Cao and fight together in the vanguard. Acceptable?
Of course.
Then this discussion is concluded. Don't let us down.
Sir!
My lord, you have returned. So, is the meeting over?
Who are these people? I don't recognize them.
They're a volunteer force, said to have crushed the Yellow Turbans in Yo Province. They will be under my command in the coming battle.
Oh?
Allow me to officially introduce myself. My name is Cao Cao. I look forward to seeing what you're capable of in combat.
Sir!
So, I take it you're a lot more capable than the government forces. I am Xiahou Yuan. We welcome anyone who is here to help our lord. Isn't that right, cousin?
Xiahou Dun. You would do well to remember that if we're to fight together.
Thank you for your words of welcome.
They seem like more reasonable people than the ones earlier.
It would be wrong to think that all government forces are the same. Some among them are said to be even more brutal than the Yellow Turbans.
Indeed. And those are Cao Cao's true enemies. The battle against the Yellow Turbans will also aid us in removing corruption from the government. Keep that in mind. Cao Cao never acts to gratify his personal desires. You're as bold as he is. It's about time we see what the volunteer force is really made of.
Xiahou Dun, enough. When a man is not guided by the law, he is no different from a beast. Whether he is a yellow turban or a government soldier is irrelevant. Men who behave like beasts must be punished. That's all that matters.
I've heard enough moralizing. I must go and supervise the battle preparations.
Very well. You should ensure the volunteer force is ready for battle. I'll inform you of our plans later.
Leave it to me.
Hey, you. I didn't catch your name. I'll remember you. We're done here. Show me what you're made of in the coming battle.
Hey, so why weren't we invited to the War Council? Huh? We did more than anyone else in the last fight.
Zhang Fei, remember our place. We are a band of volunteers without official positions. If we start demanding to be included in the council, we'll be seen as a burden rather than an ally.
Ah, you might be right, brother, but it still aggravates me.
Yes. I am of the same opinion. While our men were thrown into confusion by the sorcery, your militia alone kept your heads. None can dispute your contribution to our victory. I will ensure your efforts are recognized.
Why, thank you, Lord Cao Cao. We owe our success in battle to this warrior, who saw through the enemy's sorcery. He, too, deserves your lordship's praise.
I see. So, that clear-eyed gaze of yours sees through sorcery, does it? You rise above the chaos on the ground, roam the length of the battlefield, find the path to victory. Like a bird of prey soaring in the sky. Ziluan, that should be your name.
A winged omen that heralds the reign of a good king and condemns that of a wicked king, leading the world toward peace. Peace in the Luan.
Cao Cao, stop warbling like a poet. You're just confusing them.
His lordship is a true scholar.
Still, Zuluan. It has a nice ring to it, and fits you well.
Yes, I like it too.
It's not our opinion that counts, though, is it, brother?
A lively group you have here. I shall be counting on you in the coming battles.
Lord Huang Fusong and Lord Ju Jin have arrived. The final battle will be upon us soon.
It would be best to focus before we head into battle.
I, for one, can't help but get excited. What's wrong, brother?
No, it's just that it feels like I'm dreaming it all. We started out merely wanting to help those who are suffering. And now, we are fighting alongside the land's finest warriors. Think about that. We are about to make an incredible difference in this realm. Is that not amazing?
A tad early for that, is it not? I am sure that sort of talk can wait until the victory banquet.
Lord Sun Jian, it has been too long.
Tales of your volunteer army's exploits have made the rounds. Quite impressive.
Feels strange hearing that from you.
Friends with the Tiger of Jiangdong as well, I see. Truly an army to be reckoned with.
Lord Cao Cao. I've been told that you drove back Zhang Bao.
Yes, but we haven't defeated him yet. It all depends on the upcoming battle. It will soon be time for us to depart. Be sure to make your preparations by then. Now then, I assume we are all ready? We have the Yellow Turbans cornered. This battle will likely decide their fate.
We have achieved victory against them time and again. There is nothing for us to fear. Believe in one another and march forward, and we shall be unstoppable. I also look forward to seeing what the volunteers can do.
We came here to put an end to the turmoil. And we will give our all to see it done.
Ha! I see no need for further discussion, Cao Cao. All that's left is to hunt down the wounded beasts.
Very well. Let us go.
Zhang Zhao has evaded us. We are still making every effort to find him, but...
I see. Very well. Dismissed. He was wounded badly. I doubt he'd make it.
No! We must find him! Search every corner!
We've searched everywhere. Spending more time on this will only exhaust our troops.
Oh. He will die soon, even if we leave him be. Not even a doctor of surpassing skill would be able to save him. But his death must be one of humiliation.
You want to?
A hero who died bravely, fighting to the bitter end. Such a death could very well become the symbol for another uprising. Unless we cut off his head and display it, the Yellow Turbans will rise again. That we cannot allow.
On this one, Dong Zhuo is right. Split up and search for Zhang Zhao. Understood? Mightn't it be too hasty to move on already? Can we not afford to have our soldiers rest for a while longer?
What needed to be done here has been done. I will be unable to find rest while we linger here.
Impatient as ever. And where is it you intend to go in such a hurry?
Luoyang.
Cao Cao, you can't be.
Justice has been dealt to Zhang Jiao, the renegade, but not to the traitors in the capital. That is not righteous. Let's go, Xiahou Dun. Our next engagement will be a difficult one. Lord Wang Yun, I am glad to see you in good health. I am here to welcome you on orders from the Grand General.
I am very grateful. We expected assassins, but the bandits were a surprise indeed. I must also give my thanks to Lord Dong Zhuo.
I've also been ordered by Lord He Jin to welcome you to the capital. A banquet has been prepared to thank you for coming all this way.
A dinner invitation from Grand General He Jin himself. I am sure it will be a grand feast. However, I think I'll pass on this occasion.
Why is that?
We came in such a hurry, all the way from Western Liang. I would not disgrace such a fine gathering by showing up as filthy as we are.
Is that so?
We've set up camp outside the capital. We'll rest our feet there.
So, that's Dong Zhou.
He's a brazen and cunning man with the manners of a beast. Judging by his reluctance to enter the capital, that snout of his must have caught the scent of danger. What did Lord Ha Jin have in mind when he chose to bring him here?
For now, we can only trust his judgment. The attendant stronghold is very heavily guarded. It might take the power of a beast to break through its defenses.
The power of a beast. You should rest for tonight, Lord Wang Yun. We will discuss the future with Grand General He Jin later. It's been too long, Zluan. I knew we would meet again one day, but I never expected to see you as a retainer of Lord Wang Yun. I am happy that a man of such rank has taken an interest in you, but I find it slightly unfortunate as well.
Indeed. We all feel the same way. Lord Wang Yun beat us to the punch. If we had had you with us, things would have been a lot easier. That's for sure.
We are now contending against a group of treasonous retainers in the capital. Our allies in this fight are most notably Lord He Jin and Lord Wang Yun. The Yellow Turbans are not long gone, and now corruption has taken root at the seat of power. You must sever those roots or prepare to face the next Zhang Jiao.
I don't know how much you already know, but the situation in Luoyang is going to get rough.
You're going into the capital too, right? If we both make it out alive, I hope we meet again.
Lords from every corner of the land are answering the call from Grand General He Jin to gather here. Our chance to get rid of the attendants once and for all has finally arrived. This also makes for a grand opportunity to show the world our power. Wouldn't you agree, Cao Cao?
Delivering justice does not require a show of power. Simply exposing the crimes of the attendants and imprisoning them will suffice. A fire set to burn away corruption can quickly grow into an untamable blaze. Yuan Shao, are you really too much of a fool to understand that?
You've never wasted words on courtesy. I know that we are old friends, but could you at least show a modicum of respect for once?
I'm telling you this because we are friends.
Anyway, it matters not. Where is the Grand General? We are here to meet him, but he is nowhere to be seen.
Gentlemen, please excuse the interruption. I have a message for you from my father, Wang Yun. Lord He Jin has been summoned to the palace by imperial decree. Please, make haste to the imperial court.
What? To the Imperial Court? We are to dive into that snake's den with those attendants?
It may well be a trap, but one cannot refuse a decree.
What's happening?
Lord He Jin is in trouble! He's being held captive by the attendants of the palace!
No.
Well, these truly are the worst conceivable circumstances. But the die has already been cast. There is no turning back now.
Right. Come, Cao Cao. We will bring the attendants to justice in Lord He Jin's name.
Lord Cao Cao, thank you for waiting.
Where is Lord Wang Yun?
He is not in right now, but he should be here shortly.
Then, I'll wait here for him. I was the one who suggested Dong Zhuo's assassination to Lord Wang Yun. I had been waiting for an opportunity to arise for some time, and as luck would have it, I was summoned to Luoyang. I hear that Lord Wang Yun lent you his prized sword. Yes, a very beautiful sword indeed.
And You may use it as you wish, Lord Cao Cao.
Dongzhuo must be killed. When Lord He called for the lords to gather in Luoyang, it was I who failed to advise him against such actions. That is why I will risk everything for this task. Should the worst happen, you are to think of your own lives, not mine.
Lord Cao Cao, there is no need to worry about me. For this plan to succeed, we shall have to risk everything.
I, Cao Cao, come humbly before you.
I have but one question. Are you loyal to the Han? Or to Dongzhuo?
You are very forthright. I feel many men have lost their heads for answering wrongly.
Answer already.
I shall make you an offer instead.
Oh. And this is?
Diaochen is my name.
You understand me well, Cao Cao. I'm inclined to accept. Such devastating beauty. And it seems that's not your only weapon. I'm glad, Cao Cao. I like your answer.
Siluan! Lord Cao Cao! Run!
It's no use. The town's full of soldiers. What should we do, my lord?
Siluan. Come, this way.
What is it? What?
Very well. I trust you.
That should be the last of them. I'm glad I made it in time. I told you that we'd meet again when you needed me. Well, that and Dongzhuo. If you plan to kill him, then our goals are aligned. My duty is to eliminate anyone who threatens the peace. You remember. That's good to hear. Some time ago, I asked you to find a hero who could save the land. I wonder, could that man be that hero? I see. But remember, whether or not he's the hero we seek, you must stay alive. And I will make certain that you do. Ziluan. Understood?
Things have finally settled down a bit. What a relief.
Your swift intuition really saved us there. Thank you. Was someone giving you advice? I suppose I'll have to thank them too.
So then, what shall we do next, my lord?
The same strategy will not work twice. We must attack with an army massive enough to crush Dongzhuo, even if it throws the land into chaos once more.
And how are we to gather such an army? Our forces alone aren't up for the task.
We must garner the support of the nobility. I will take care of that. I want you to come with me. We can't betray that girl's wishes. Now can we? She put her life on the line so that we would have this opportunity. What better time than now to swallow our fear and face the enemy?
I have to say, though, this was one tough day.
Agreed. You should all try to get some rest. I'll take first watch.
Run! Run!
Go, Ziluan.
You're a little early to take over guard duty. What, you have a nightmare or something? You should go back to sleep. A tired body will earn you no valor.
I, Wang Kuang, governor of Henei, cede power to Lord Yuan Shao in order to defeat Dongzhuo.
Lord Wang Kuang, welcome. No sight could have lifted my heart more.
Your words honor me.
Zhang Yang, governor of Shandong. I have come to join the alliance against Dongzhuo.
You are most welcome, Lord Zhang Yang. Show us what you're capable of.
By all means, I shall do so.
Lord Yuan Shao, I have come from Yong Province. Allow me to be of service.
Lord Cao Cao. That was a splendid manifesto.
Yes.
Having the illustrious Lord Yuan Shao become the leader of our alliance was a stroke of genius.
Having felled the 10 attendants, Dongzhuo's occupation of Luoyang is our responsibility. If Yuan Shao can make up for that by leading a coalition, it's a small price for him to pay.
You can count on it. Lord Yuan Shao, I have no doubt I'll be a great asset to the coalition forces.
Is that so? Your spirit alone is fine support indeed. Dongzhuo is all but done.
Right. We'll strike them down together.
The die has been cast. All that remains is to see this through. I need to speak with you. Do you have a moment? Most of the troops in our coalition directly serve lords of their own. But now, we've gathered volunteers who do not belong to any particular leader. Those are the ones I wish to speak to you about. They have given me free rein over how to organize them. Their numbers are few, but they are men of honor. And that is why I thought you might command them. Good. You have eyes that clearly assess the battlefield, and the skill to make the right decisions. And most importantly, you're beyond the schemes of the nobility. You are more than capable of this task. I have faith in you. I'm counting on you. Now, let me introduce you to your troops.
You must be our commander. I'm proud to be serving you.
We're a varied bunch. Some of us are well-versed in the martial arts, while others just came from sowing the fields. But we're all the same in wanting to make the world a better place. We look forward to your command, sir.
We finally made it through Se Shui Gate. It was a tough fight, but you all fought bravely.
Thank you, my lord. I have learned much through this ordeal.
I had a bad feeling before the fighting started, but we turned it around in the end. I've been meaning to ask. Are you sure the army is ready to move out?
We've run out of other options. If we can't agree here and now, then the whole coalition could fall apart.
Yuan Shu, Yuan Shao, Sun Jian. There are embers smoldering in many camps tonight. They're all so wary of one another, they can't help but get in each other's way.
And we're guilty of it too. But the way we've dithered the whole time, it may no longer be possible to defeat Dongzhuo.
Cao Cao, you're here. The Emperor has already been moved to Chang'an. It seems that dog Dongzhuo always intended to abandon Luoyang.
Then we must pursue them at once. We may never get a chance like this again.
No, we will stay in Luoyang. The lords need calming, and the city must be rebuilt.
You fool, Yuan Shao. Have you forgotten that our top priority is the death of Dongzhuo?
You are as cold-hearted as always. Do you not see the city in ruins? People don't even know where their next meal will come from. The Coalition forces are still exhausted after the battle at Hulao Gate. They've not the strength to continue fighting.
Enough pretentious talk. What are you after, Yuan Shao?
Isn't that obvious? The Yellow Turbans and Dongzhuo have driven the world further into chaos. A worthy individual must step up and fix it. To restore the capital and the entire land.
And you believe you are the man for that task?
Yes. History will prove that I am right.
To restore the land. So you aim for glory well above your station.
I do believe you have something to report to me, Sun Jian.
Nothing comes to mind.
I heard that the fabled Imperial Seal was discovered in the ruins of Luoyang. Such regalia should be relinquished into the safekeeping of myself, the leader of our alliance, should it not? To hide it away would be tantamount to insurrection.
Were I to hide away the Imperial seal from my own ends, the heavens would surely punish me.
Well now, time to see which of us is worthy.
We have decided to leave the Coalition. Though I have my regrets about not defeating Dongzhuo, we leave for Changsha as of today. Farewell, my friend. I appreciate that. What about right now? Would you follow us to Changsha?
Trying to recruit him before we do, Lord Sun Jian?
We've been found out. So much for my plan of dragging him along by force.
In all seriousness, Lord Sun Jian, I understand you're leaving the Coalition. Is that because of last night?
It is not my place to say, but if I were to remain here, that would only cause unnecessary strife.
If the Imperial Seal truly exists, then I believe it should be back in His Majesty's hands.
But His Majesty is under the control of Dongzhuo. How could anyone return the seal to His Majesty in his current state?
Lord Cao Cao.
I support Lord Sun Jian's actions, regardless of what Yuan Shao may say. If we have indeed found the seal, then the best course of action is to keep it secret and hidden.
But hiding it would make it a source of suspicion and conflict. And since the argument yesterday, it seems like there are already lords considering pulling out of the Coalition. We came together to stop Dongzhuo, and yet it's internal bickering that may prove to be our downfall.
That is why I said Lord Sun Jian's response was the correct one. If the Imperial Seal were to fall into the hands of a man of lowly character, the embers of war would burst into flames. So, we may as well leave things the way they are. Let the nobles keep each other in check.
You're saying we should take advantage of their feuding? Lord Cao Cao. I too am a man of, as you put it, lowly character. That is why I fail to understand your ambitious and far-sighted plans. Even if it's only a small fire that burns before us, is it not better to extinguish it here and now before it grows?
You both make compelling points, but let us cease our arguing for now. I'd like to ask you both what you intend to do next. Will you remain in the Coalition?
As much as I would like to, defeating Dongzhuo will be no easy task if we are divided in purpose. I will follow Lord Gongsun Zan as he leaves the Coalition. I wish to help be of service to his territory. That is a role suited to a man of lowly character like me.
I too intend to leave the Coalition, so that I may consider what I should work toward achieving. I realize that I was the one who called it together, but this army no longer has the ability to slay Dongzhuo. This is not how we accomplish Lord Wang Yun's goals. This arrangement was intended to bring forth a hero who could rule the realm, but it seems to have failed.
To me, though, both of you appear to have the qualities needed for such a task.
That's quite interesting, coming from you.
I do not wish to be a hero. I am but a loyal servant to the Han. Anyway, I should depart. I am sure my camp is tired of waiting for me.
Then allow me to see you off, Lord Sun Jian.
The ways of the beast are not fit for men. Yet they have not the will to provoke change. 3 sprouts have budded, guardian of peace. Now you shall see how they grow.
It's been a while. Thank you for heeding my request. Let me get right to the matter at hand. I'd like your help in fighting the Yellow Turbans once more.
Yes, their remnants are stubbornly clinging on.
It's surprising how they still manage to resist, given that Zhang Jiao is long dead.
They have a huge number of men in Qing province, and are now poised to launch a raid on Yin. As governor, my job is to eliminate any and all threats to this land.
As it happens, our lord was appointed to the post because the former governor, Liu Dai, was murdered by these Yellow Turbans from Qing. It has benefited us to have this territory as a base, but we cannot govern properly while such a threat lingers.
Right. And if those rebels were to launch a full-on invasion, the whole province would be devastated. We have heard reports that they don't even bring their own supplies. They rely almost entirely on looting.
So, they abandoned their fields because of war and poverty, and became marauders themselves. Perhaps their situation is an embodiment of the chaos of these times.
Do not think of them as mere rabble. They're an enemy willing to do anything. Treat them as such. They're unlike the Yellow Turbans we fought before. So keep your guard up.
What will you do with us, Cao Cao?
Do not be hasty for answers. Before I decide your fate, I ask you this. Why, and for what cause, did you take up arms?
Isn't that obvious? To survive. Not a single man is here simply for the love of the fight. But fighting and stealing in order to survive, that is all we have left.
How selfish. Do you not think of those you steal from?
What are you saying? Don't tell me you've forgotten. It was you government officials who stole from us in the first place.
In times of strife like these, one cannot survive without taking from others. I suppose you have realized that as well. I have one more question for you, Yellow Turbans. Do you want to live?
What if we do? Are you planning to pardon us?
No. But we shan't kill you either. We have use for you in the new society we are trying to build.
A new society?
One in which we create, protect, and share, rather than live in this endless cycle of stealing. If you would like to see such a society, then join us. We will give you all something to live for. You have my word as the one who defeated your leader, Zhang Jiao. We will destroy Tao Qian.
Ah! We're going to war to avenge your father? A worthy cause, to be sure.
A war of vengeance. Indeed. I doubt anyone would blame me for hunting down Tao Qian as revenge for him killing my father. But just defeating him will solve nothing. I intend to use this battle to further my greater goal.
Are you not angry? It seems as if you're using your father's death as a convenient excuse for an attack.
We must use every advantage available to us, even the deaths of our loved ones. We cannot allow anger or grief to get in the way of our progress. That is our conviction.
Conviction, you say? Very well. It is our role as strategists to lead the way.
I shall start then. If we are to mobilize, we should be wary of Yuan Shao and Ji. However, Yuan Shao may prefer that you rule Shu rather than Tao Qian, who has ties to Yuan Shu.
Yes, I believe Yuan Shao will stay his hand. He and Yuan Shu have long been bitter rivals. It would make strategic sense.
Lord Cao Cao, may I ask you something?
Speak.
If we win this battle, we will be in a strong position. A position strong enough to seek to conquer the entire realm. I take it you are prepared to do so?
I am. I do not know if this is the right path. Only history will tell. That is why I have gathered the wisest and bravest in the land. If we still lose, even with all of that, we will know that I was wrong.
Only you would think that way, Cao Cao.
Well, it feels great to have a clear objective.
I need all of you to be prepared. We are about to embark on the path of conquest.
What he says is right. And yet...
Tao Qin is nowhere to be found within the castle walls. He must have escaped before we got here.
So, Tao Qian has evaded us. Send out the troops and find him. We will be in serious trouble if he manages to get help from the other lords.
Reporting, sir!
What now?
Louis Bu is attacking Puyang. A large portion of Yen has been taken. Lord Xuanyu and Lord Chengyu are holding on as best they can, but the situation is not going in our favor.
Lord Xunyu and Chengyu? But then, what is Lord Chenggong up to?
There's no sign of him in the castle.
If it was him who called in Louis Bu, I knew he could not be trusted. Not only did he betray Dongzhuo, but now he dares to betray us too.
In a way, he's more reliable than anyone. He always chooses the path of greed. Loyalty be damned. Chen Gong has chosen to betray us, simply because the path I chose was not enough to satisfy his greed. Hence, our paths have diverged.
My lord, as I suggested before, we should withdraw from this point and turn back to recapture Puyang. If we lose our base in Yan, whatever victories we achieve in Shu will be hollow ones.
Withdraw the men. Notify the officers.
Sir!
So, Louis Bu has pulled back.
Likely he plans to hole up in Puyang Castle.
Most of our troops' rations and supplies are stored in Puyang. He knew exactly where our weak point was. Thanks to Lord Chenggong, I don't doubt.
However, it will be almost impossible to take back Puyang by force. Our troops are exhausted, and we would suffer enormous casualties. Not to mention Liu Bei's army is in Shu. If he moved against us while we were besieging the castle, we could be crushed between him and the walls.
Which means we must hurry to secure provisions for our troops. And then, regroup.
Secure provisions indeed. But from where?
If we can't take them, we'll have to make our own. After all, Yen isn't the only place where food grows.
Aha! Gathering food ourselves to make provisions. I have an idea.
I'm listening.
We have reports that Yellow Turban remnants are plundering Yu Province. Local officials are doing little to stop them. If we take the province under the pretext of stopping the plundering...
Ah, a cunning plan, Lord Shunyo. A little bold, perhaps, but it certainly could work.
Lu Bu's forces are spent and would be in no position to stop us. Eliminate the Yellow Turbans and restore order to Yu. So long as that is our goal, how could Liu Bei possibly interfere?
A solid plan. We will leave Puyang to Louis Bu for now. Tell the men to get ready to march for you.
Huh? So, you're not here to plunder food from the village?
Well, we do seek food, that's true enough. But no one said anything about plundering. His lordship's trying to build a world where everyone has as much food as they'll ever need.
How? Does he intend to do that?
It's really quite simple. He'll give fields to everyone so they can grow their own crops. If war comes, the people will take up arms to defend the land. Basically, he wants what you've been doing here to spread across the whole realm.
You put it very well, Dion Wei.
It's no more than what I learned from the Lord himself.
The whole round, you say? So, tell me, are you a great man?
That's not for me to say. Depends entirely on the work of those who serve me. If you were my ally, then perhaps the answer would be yes.
Ha! Wouldn't that be great? Join us and we'll make sure the harvest is bountiful enough to feed the realm.
Well, I don't know how much longer I can defend the village all alone. And you're saying you want to help not only us villagers, but everyone across the land? In that case, my mind's made up. Together, we'll have crops growing from one horizon to the next.
Then it's settled. We're comrades now. But first, what is your name, friend?
I am Shi-Chu. If you need any heavy lifting done, I'm your man.
It's been a long time since I was last in Puyang. I admit, it feels strange to be back. So much has happened. So many things have changed.
It has been quite hectic. Nonetheless, Lord Cao Cao has taken you and made great progress.
He has more subjects, more soldiers, and more officers. It's a far cry from those days back in Luoyang.
Indeed. I don't think there is any man under the heavens who commands more people or wields more power than he does, even measured against his rivals. He stands above the crowd, the mightiest of the mighty.
Which begs the question, how should he wield such might?
After all, a single decision from his lordship can affect the course of the entire realm.
Well, Cao Cao, what do we do next?
What's next? Let me share with you my plan. We will rescue His Majesty.
So we finally received word.
Yes. Our orders are to eliminate the traitors to the throne and guard the Emperor on his way to the palace in Luoyang.
Well, I'll be damned. This is a cause I can get behind. I can't believe we get to help the Emperor himself.
It shows that Lord Cao Cao's status has risen above that of a mere governor. Heartening indeed.
Cao Cao, we cannot make the slightest mistake here.
Yes. And that's why I will need all of you at your best. We must work together as one to bring the Emperor to safety.
What did you say? You wish to have me placed under your protection?
The ruined Luoyang is in a pitiful state, is it not?
So, you would use me as your political puppet? Like Dongzhou, then Li Jue and Gouxi, like the territorial beasts of the world?
As you say. The greed of man throws order into chaos, breeds all the strife we face in this world. Even so, those lacking desire lose sight of their path, of how to live. What we need are laws and systems to regulate such desires. Strength to safeguard such statutes and amend any unrest. And at the zenith of this structure, we need you, Your Majesty, as a symbol most sacrosanct.
Cao Cao, what is it you?
A new world. Be that as it may, for the sake of one's ambitions, one must eradicate those standing in the way, the face being eradicated. This is the path I, Cao Cao, dare to walk. The path of absolute rule.
Allow me to welcome you again.
Here, here. You've already done so much to help us. I'm glad you decided to formally join our forces.
Agreed. I just wish we could find more people like you.
On the one hand, you are valuable to us simply for your excellent abilities as a warrior. Yet, your versatility is what makes you special. And so I will not give you any strict orders. You can do as you see fit. I wouldn't have gone out of my way to recruit you if I intended for you to serve me like any other officer. Each of my retainers has unique strengths. It is my job to decide how they may be best utilized. Use your gifts to soar through the battlefield like a Luen. I see. Liu Bei would certainly become a threat with Louis Bu in his ranks. I will propose to the Emperor that Yuan Shu be hunted down.
Thank you, my lord.
The situation is concerning, even supposing that we manage to take care of Louis Bu and Liu Bei. Yuan Shao battles with Gong Sun San in Yo to the north, and tensions are rising in Jing to the south.
Yuan Shao is the one we should be most wary of. Gong Sun Zan is doing well defending against him, but Yuan Shao now controls most of Hebei, so it is only a matter of time. Yuan Shao will win eventually.
And when he does, his forces will be further bolstered by citizens from Yo province and the remnants of Gong Sun Zan's army. After that, he will set his sights on us. Or to be more precise, on the Emperor in the capital.
So what do? Ally with Gong Sun San and take him on? It'll take a significant amount of our manpower to overturn Gong Sun San's unfavorable odds.
Agreed. And if he were to win, we would end up as enemies before long. I think we should hold back and look for a way to weaken both parties.
Dianwei, what do you think?
Me? I have nothing to contribute to a discussion on strategy.
If we never bring in new voices to our discussions, our strategies will become predictable. It can be useful to hear candid opinions from someone like you sometimes.
If you put it that way, well, in my opinion, the most important thing in any war is to protect whatever you value the most. I would advise that we stay put and protect the Emperor and the capital. And while Yuan Shao and Gong Sun San are fighting, we can build up our strength.
A sound strategy, as I'd expect from you, Lord Dianwei. I think that may just be the best course of action. At the same time, we need to ensure that we're not dragged into the conflict, for one reason or another.
We ought to eliminate the possibility of Yuan Shao finding some excuse to attack us. One way might be to cede him the rank of Grand General, which His Majesty bestowed on Lord Cao Cao just recently.
That wouldn't be right, surely. Yuan Shao is not worthy of it for one, and it was the Emperor's decision.
An interesting stratagem. His pride will not allow him to attack someone he's indebted to. The rank of Grand General is a mere formality. I have no qualms about giving it up.
Well then, it seems we have decided on our strategy with respect to Louis Bu, Yuan Shu, Liu Bei, Yuan Shao, and Gongsun Zhen.
That leaves one other major matter. What to do about Jing Province. Zhang Ji, who took the city of Nanyang in Jing, has fallen. Now his successor, Zhang Xiu, is in rivalry with Liu Biao.
Liu Biao's forces far outnumber those of Shang Xu, stationed in Wan Castle. I believe we should take Nanyang, an ally with Liu Biao.
Then let us try that. We will face Zhang Xu next. Go and make preparations for battle.
Thank you again, Lord Cao Cao.
There is no need to thank me. In fact, I should be thanking you for your wisdom.
That is gracious of you to say.
While we have the chance, we wish to make a proposal. In honor of this agreement, what say we celebrate with a feast at our expense? Of course, it won't be as sophisticated as perhaps you're used to. Nevertheless, we wish to show you our goodwill.
Well, we could use some merriment. Will you also allow us officers to attend?
Regretfully, I do not think we could manage a gathering as large as that. The banquet will have to be for a select few only. Otherwise, Wan Castle's provisions would quickly run out. Besides, we don't want a repeat of the incident at Hongmeng. We simply wish for Lord Cao Cao to enjoy our finest wine.
That is enough, Jia Shu. But let me be upfront about the circumstances. Of course, not much time has passed since we were enemies. We will therefore send all our soldiers away from the castle to ensure the banquet passes without incident.
Very well. Guo Jia, I will accept their hospitality. There is much to discuss, and this would be a good opportunity for that.
But we cannot allow you to go alone, Lord Cao Cao. Take Lord Dianwei and the others as an escort.
Very well, I will. The rest of you will need to remain outside the castle for a while.
Go on ahead, my lord. And don't look back, no matter what.
Very well. I'm counting on you. Dian Wei.
Welcome back, Dian Wei.
I really thought that was going to be the end. And it would have been, if not for you. I owe you. Your bravery and determination saved my life. Well, I owe my life to you now. I don't know how I'll be able to repay you, though.
It'll be enough for you to stay with us. Your presence alone forces our would-be enemies to think twice.
So, my lord, what's our next move? It appears that Jiang Shu had already made an agreement with Liu Biao.
We will use this castle as a base to launch our invasion of Jing. However, first we must return to Shi City. This has been a harsh conflict, and our forces need to regroup and reorganize. The last battle was especially costly.
All that's left is to decide their fate. What do you think, Cao Cao?
Not executing them would be sure to anger those who served under your son.
They would have killed you as well. Surely there's only one option.
No, I shan't have them executed.
What?
Think about it for a moment. It's true that they've caused us a lot of pain. But Lord Cao Cao could put their talents to good use.
Exactly. They killed my own flesh and blood, and drove me and Dian Wei to the brink of defeat and death. There's no doubting their abilities. I will allow them to serve my cause.
So, you will show us mercy?
Mercy to you? No. I simply think it would be a waste not to utilize your talents. You must continue to be of use to me. Otherwise, I will dispose of you. That is all.
Truly impressive. Oh, it's you. I never you
any that would Lord. It's true. I am
it now, Lord. You are the.
Tempests!
It is done. How would you have me conclude this matter?
That is not for me, but for the court-martials to decide.
And if I were to forgive you,
I fear I must refuse. And there's no need to guide me to the execution grounds. So close. I was so close!
Are you certain, Lord Cao Cao?
I urge you to wait. Giving Liu Bei an army to command is akin to letting a sleeping dragon roam free. The danger cannot be ignored.
Yes, Liu Bei is a dangerous man. Once he gains strength, he will eventually come to stand in our way. And that is precisely why we cannot leave him in Shu City.
Do you mean...
There is a rumor going around. Unsubstantiated, but troubling.
So, Liu Bei has chosen Shi province. Yuan Shu of Shouchen has already fallen. Then our next opponent will be either Yuan Shao or Liu Bei.
We should focus on defeating Yuan Shao and gaining control of Hubei. Before we battle Yuan Shao, I would advise first reining in Liu Bei.
Liu Bei's forces are small, which makes them quick. While Yuan Shao has your focus, he may strike you from behind. Containing Liu Bei before a battle with Yuan Shao is a viable strategy, especially if we wish to weed out uncertainty.
Then we will attack Xiaopei to shake Liu Bei from his seat. I trust you all to see to it that the castle is taken.
Such spirit.
Lord Guan Yu. The castle has already fallen. Surrender at once.
Never. I shall fight to my last breath.
You would dishonor yourself out of stubborn pride, breaking your vow to your sworn brothers that you would die together, defying your duty to protect that which Liu Bei entrusted to you. Would your honor truly allow that?
I need 3 promises from you. I will surrender to the Emperor, not to Lord Cao Cao. No harm shall come to the family of Liu Bei. And the moment I find my brothers, I shall run to their side.
You have my word. I shall convey your wishes to...
I accept those terms. How outstanding to have a renowned hero such as you on our side. May our acquaintance be long and fruitful. So, Yuan Shao's forces remain inert.
Not that they had a choice in the matter. Yuan Shao is afraid of making mistakes. For that reason, he will always try to make the safe choice, leaving him unable to act upon the sudden changes of war.
Making the safe choice isn't always a bad thing, but it's hardly a strategy befitting the times. Being able to move quickly at the expense of some griping is by far the wiser choice.
Yuan Shao's lordly decision to always pursue the best option is both his strength and his weakness. Using that weakness to our advantage may allow us to decimate his massive army. That should be enough for now. Let us return to you so that we can prepare for what is to come. I have a question. Were you close to Guan Yu? No, I see. Guan Yu is a man of integrity. I imagine he will want to return to Liu Bei's side. But it would be a shame if such talent were lost along with Liu Bei's life. If possible, I would like him to join my forces. I had hoped that if you knew him well, you might be able to think of a way to win him over. So even you cannot think of a way to bring him over to our side. If he wishes to return to Liu Bei no matter what, then perhaps we must make sure that is no longer an option. Before anything else, I want to know what Guan Yu is thinking. The moment our army has a chance to rest, I'd like you to find that out for me.
Yuan Shao's forces gathered around Baima greatly outnumber our own. They must be trying to quash our potential strategies with sheer numbers.
Be that as it may, any commander who would lead such a massive army is bound to let his hubris get the better of them. We must discover and strike at where they have been negligent. The question is how?
Send a small force to ambush them? No. It would be but a momentary diversion against an army that large. Though if we can separate their forces, we may be able to take them down one group at a time.
Separate them how? I doubt Yuan Shao would be easily fooled.
If one wants to catch a catfish sleeping at the bottom of a pond, one must use valuable bait.
bait?
Very well. I will join the assault. Then even Yuan Shao will panic and send his army. This was a great victory, and it is owed to your wisdom and strength.
We are humbled, but it is not yet over, my lord.
Aye. We've swatted away some of their troops, but the flow of the battle has not yet shifted.
It looks like Yuan Shao is continuing his march south. They will overrun us if we do not intercept them.
To defeat a large army, we must first take advantage of the terrain. We will draw back the front line to Guandu. There, we shall make our stand against Yuan Shao.
What shall we do, Lord Cao Cao? Their numbers are far too great to fight without a plan.
Yuan Shao's army is growing cautious as it nears Guandu. It appears their loss in Baima has shaken them.
But with our supplies dwindling, Yuan Shao must know that time is on his side.
Any news from Shu City, Guojia?
Lord Xun Yu says that lords in the vicinity of Shu City are showing signs of revolt. And there are rumors that Liu Bei was spotted among the leaders of the rebellion.
Liu Bei?
His Majesty has taken a liking to Liu Bei. If he comes to the rescue, then His Majesty will follow him.
Then it is imperative that we send more troops to put the rebellion down, yes?
Do not be so nervous, Lord Xun Yu. Those who lack the heart of a warrior are destined for defeat. Let us endure for a while longer. Our chance will come to us in time.
Brother.
Shu Yo of Yuan Shao's army has sent us a letter. He is unhappy with Yuan Shao and is ready to surrender. He's also included some other pertinent information.
If I may, precisely what is he unhappy about?
That Yuan Shao favors corrupt advisors, prioritizing their suggestions above all. Not only does he reject earnest plans in favor of theirs, but he even imprisons his most loyal servants.
I'm glad you are not like him, my lord. Otherwise, my head would have rolled long ago.
I suppose that is the essence of Yuan Shao as a leader.
Thinking back on it, he was always prone to these bad habits. He would show kindness to those who respected him, but enmity toward any who dared to oppose him. But that is irrelevant. What's important is this. According to Shu Yo, supplies for Yuan Shao's army are being gathered in Wu Chao. He says the defenses there are weak, and that it will easily fall if attacked. The man is selfish and greedy, but he would not try to trick me in such a roundabout way.
Then let us gather the officers.
Aye. We bring Yuan Shao's fate to an end here.
The difference in strength is clear to see. In terms of pure numbers, we stand no chance. So, we must first attack the heart of the enemy forces.
And by heart, you mean their supplies?
That's right. We will send out 2 units from Guandu to attack both the supply line and their stock of provisions.
Lord Shu Huang, we will have you lead the unit attacking the supply line.
I will not let you down. My men and I will do whatever it takes.
Lord Cao Cao will lead the other unit himself. We have received word that the enemy has a storehouse in Wu Chao that is poorly defended.
Really?
Our scout was certain of it. Xuan Yu Chong is defending the provisions. We will attack him and burn the lot. The success of this plan rides on the element of surprise. The enemy cannot find out what we're up to. And even if we can conceal our true motives, if Guandu falls before the attack is complete, we're done for.
So we must make sure that Yuan Shao's army in Guandu is dealt with before we even begin.
An assault to their defenses and a surprise attack. If either fails, then all is lost. Let us all play to our strengths and do everything in our power. If we can accomplish that, then victory is assured. Fear not. In this battle, we will show the world our true strength. So we've lost him. No need. His fate is sealed regardless of whether or not we pursue. Yuan Shao. You once told me that you would be the one to restore the entire land. I suppose history will prove who was right. You were a man of true virtue. Another time, you might have been the victor. But it seems history would not accept you as the hero that will bring these wars to an end. Let us go, Zluan. We have stepped over many bodies to get here. We have much left to do.
Yuan Tun has sworn his allegiance?
We have just received word.
Yuan Tan is Yuan Shao's eldest son. He is locked in a power struggle with his brother, Yuan Shang. I imagine he hopes our strength can shift the battle in his favor.
I am certain he has plans to betray us sooner or later, but it will not happen right away. He will take advantage of us for a while yet, as he waits for the opportune moment.
Then we should take advantage of Yuan Tan in return and attack the stronghold in Ye.
Not a bad idea. He has a great deal of knowledge about Ye. The attack shouldn't take long.
Very well. Let it be done. But we must keep an eye on Yuan Tan. Guojia, I'll leave that to you.
Understood.
I knew Yuan Shao since we were children. We used to always get into trouble together. We would break into the nobles' houses, and if we were discovered, one of us would take the other by the hand, and off we'd run. And now, I will cut down the son of that dear friend. The road to Dominion is a bloody one indeed. There is a way forward, but no way back. That is the path we have chosen. And yet, I still think fondly of my former friend. Perhaps that is my weakness. I have made kindling of my ties with officers, family, and friends. But this last weakness refuses to burn. How ridiculous. Yuan Shao. Soon I will take everything from you. I will not ask you not to hate me. But for as long as I live, I will not look back. I will forget you all and carry on. Regrets and apologies can wait until the next life. Zluan, let's go. The next battle will end this feud with the Yuan clan.
So Yuan Shang and his brother Yuan Shi have fled north to the land of the Wuhan.
Then they will not be able to rally their forces again.
Right. The Yuan family has lost favor with the nobility. They are no longer of concern to us. So I suggest we head south to face Liu Biao and Liu Bei right away.
I have no objections to that. Lord Goja, do you have anything to say?
I think we should eliminate both the Wuan and the Yuan brothers right here.
Why do you say that?
We have taken the 4 provinces of Hebei, but we are still struggling to maintain control. Yuan Shao may have lost the support of the nobility, but the people still adore him. The Wuan accepting Yuan Shang into their ranks is proof of that.
But, Lord Goja...
The Wuan have a fearsome cavalry. If Yuan Shang ever does return, he will pose a great threat, especially if he rallies the remainder of the Yuan clan.
Even putting aside the likelihood of Yuan Shang's return, the Hun's cavalry is not to be ignored.
But consider, what if we were to persuade them to join us, like we did with the Qing troops? They would help us take out our future foes, like Liu Biao and Liu Bei. Defeating the enemy right in front of us will help secure our future. We must defeat the Wuan if we are ever to truly rule Hebei. Lord Cao Cao?
Very well, Guojia. Let's see how your plan plays out.
As you wish.
Guojia.
Lord Cao Cao? Is the plan not to your liking?
No, it's not that. I was just thinking that I would like to speak with you.
All right then. Shall we go have a drink?
No. Here will be fine.
If I may ask, why did you agree to the plan? Lord Shunyo and the others felt there was nothing to be gained from it.
It's true. There is no real need to defeat Yuan Shang. If I were a strategist, I would have agreed with them. But you spoke up against them. You are not one to do so without purpose.
You're putting an incredible amount of faith in me. Jin Province is a vital conduit for people and supplies alike. We must control it if we want to keep control of the rest of our territory. In other words, Jin is the key to your ascension.
But taking Jing is not what you suggested.
I believe we need to establish our current position before taking our next step. The realm's greatest warriors all have Jin in their sights right now. Even if we were to take it, we would not be able to hold it for long. Which is why we should leave Jin for now and concentrate on keeping our hold on Hebei.
Guojia.
Yes?
You're flustered.
Human life is short. So lose yourself to pleasure. Share wine with friends. Fall in love with beautiful things. Such is the life led by Guojia.
In that case, my friend, allow me to join you for a while.
By all means. This tavern has everything we could possibly need.
Well fought, all of you.
It was an honor, my lord.
I'm just glad we could be of use.
Lord Guojia, you do not look well. The skies are clouding over. It seems it will snow soon. We should return to Ye while the way is still clear.
Well fought, all of you.
It was an honor, my lord.
I'm just glad we could be of use.
Lord Guojia, you do not look well. We are lucky the weather is still so mild. Let us return to Yi with all haste while we still can.
Guojia. Fluttering snowflakes to complement a drink. How elegant.
Will you join me?
Guojia. You were splendid indeed.
This evening shall be cold. Please, take care of yourself.
Close my eyes, and I can see the skies of Jing. And in the back of my mind, various stratagems take shape. If only there were time. It truly is regrettable.
Lord Guojia!
Why?
The man assigned to watch over you reported to us, saying you would be sure to go out in the snow, and that we should ensure you kept warm. Honestly, I feel as if I'm dealing with a child.
You've all come here just to...
From Yi, on horseback at full speed.
Let us discuss our plans inside. We aren't about to let you slip away without a word.
So you wish to take action, then?
With Yuan Shang's defeat, Hebei is now firmly in our hands. Soon it will be time to march on Jing.
Jing is the key. Whatever else happens, the man who controls that region can control the entire realm.
Yu Biao is ineffectual, a weak leader. But he has Liu Bei at his side.
Liu Bei, of course.
You look pleased, my lord.
Yes. From the beginning, I thought he might be the one with the ability to stop me. For a while, It seemed he had given up, lost his appetite for the fight. But it appears that is no longer the case.
I've been thinking this for some time now. But you're actually fond of him, aren't you?
Well, he has something that I don't.
What's that?
The power to move people with emotion rather than reason. That makes him unpredictable, and all the more dangerous for it. I must defeat him. Until I do, my rule will never truly be secure. Xiahodun, I want you to take an advance force into Jing.
Understood.
You too. I want you to go with him. You know Liu Bei better than any of us. Perhaps you'll know how best to defeat him.
We've been victorious in the initial stage of our invasion of Jing, but I suspect we may yet face a challenge.
This Zhuge Liang, the sleeping dragon as they call him, is a worthy adversary. We drove Liu Bei out of Runan and into Jing province. A victory, yes, but one which we may come to regret in the coming weeks.
But Liu Bei has not taken control of Jing. After Liu Biao succumbed to his illness, his son Liu Song inherited the province. A blessing in disguise, you might say.
Liu Bei should have taken the chance to seize the province for himself, but luckily for us, he is not that sort of man. He let the opportunity slip by. No matter how many geniuses he gathers around himself, ultimately, he lacks true ruthlessness. In a way, it's one of his strengths, but also his greatest weakness.
Indeed. It's been a recurring pattern across his career. Because of it, he's never managed to seize land to serve as his base. If he ever did, if he were to become the ruler of a province, then he would be a major threat.
Yes, I agree. Shishu, do you have counsel for me?
No, my lord. Not at this time.
Then I shall send a great army to quash Liu Bei now, lest he turn Jing into a fortress. We must slay the serpent before it can gather the clouds around it and become a dragon.
Liu Song was surprisingly quick to make his decision. He hung his head and surrendered as soon as he realized his cause was lost.
Liu Bei and his people escaped from Xiangyang. Now he is heading for Jiangxia, no doubt to appeal for aid from Liu Qi, Liu Song's older brother.
Liu Bei and his people? That is unusual for both the leader and the peasants who willingly follow him.
Not for Liu Bei. He has the power to sway people to his will. It is not surprising he is able to command such loyalty.
I would scarce believe it possible, but the evidence is there before us, and I cannot deny it. Now quickly, gather your best men and go after him. We cannot let him reach Jiangxia under any circumstances.
So, Liu Bei's escaped us again.
I truly thought we had him. It should have been over.
So now what?
There's no point continuing this chase any further. We would just be sacrificing more men.
It pains me to say it, but I agree. I'll gather our troops and withdraw to Xiangyang.
Good. Liu Bei, just as I foresaw, you have become the main obstacle standing in my way. But if you insist on taking to the skies like a dragon, you leave me no choice but to shoot you down. It is down to fate now. When we meet again, we will find out once and for all which of us has been chosen by the heavens.
Liu Bei has moved from Jiangxia to Fangkou. He may be seeking refuge with the Sun clan.
The Sun clan. They were in their prime under Sun Ce, but since the succession, they have been weakened by internal conflict and intrigue.
That said, Wu remains one of the most powerful forces in the realm today, comparable only to ourselves and to Liu Jiang of Bashu. I imagine Liu Bei is carefully considering who to ally with against us. Liu Jiang or Sun Quan?
Of those two, Sun Quan is the clear choice. Consider his officers, Cheng Pu, Huang Gai, and Heng Dong, followed by Zhou Yu and Lu Su. A fine mix of age and wisdom with youth and intelligence.
Yes, but we have the superior force and an overwhelming advantage in numbers. We could try to contact Wu and ask for their surrender.
Yes. If they were wise and the terms were fair, they would surely consider it, especially once they see the size of our army.
It's worth a try. Send an envoy. Sun Jian or Sun Ce would simply reject the offer no matter the terms. But with Sun Quan in charge, perhaps they will listen to reason.
And if they do refuse our terms, we will simply apply pressure on the Sun clan and fracture their coalition.
Yes, and while we wait for a reply, we can continue training our naval forces.
Our troops are men of the plains, not the sea. We need experienced naval officers to make them into seafarers.
Wu is located on the banks of the Yangtze River, and they likely have sailors aplenty. Whereas I doubt our army holds a single experienced mariner.
Perhaps we could enlist the help of the officers we captured in Jing. Many of them are well versed in naval matters.
We have little choice in the matter. We cannot avoid a fight on the river and will need their aid. Reorganize our forces, taking into account our disadvantage on the water. We want as many ships and men as we can afford. This may be our only opportunity to smash those who oppose us in one fell swoop. We cannot afford to let it slip from our grasp.
I did not expect them to reject our terms. A wandering general with barely an army to his name convinced them to join him in fighting the greatest army in the realm.
By sheer force of will, he's dragged a whole nation into his war. Liu Bei's is as troublesome as I feared.
What say you, my lord? It is no small matter to go to war against a nation as powerful as Wu.
It changes nothing. Our goal remains the same. We will continue the naval training and trust in our strategy to win the day. If we fool ourselves into thinking he is guided by anything other than emotion and instinct, the road to victory will be hard. We can only defeat Liu Bei with our own logic and reason.
We have enough ships and enough men. We also have the fledgling Phoenix's plan and an insider. We've done all we can to prepare.
But even so, the joint forces of Sun Quan and Liu Bei are deployed on the Yangtze River and at Chibi, ready and waiting for our assault. Soldiers are valuable not to be sacrificed. If the enemy were wise, they would never fight a battle that they thought they were destined to lose.
So you're saying they see a path to victory?
In numbers, we have the overwhelming advantage, but we must entertain the idea that they have devised the means to level the odds.
That makes sense. But what could it be?
Here, what worries me most is the chance of a fire attack. A massive fleet of vessels, packed tight on a river, will be a tempting target. But such an attack is risky. It's more than just setting a few fires amongst the enemy. Flame is a fickle enemy. Depending on the direction of the wind, the blaze can easily be swept towards one's own ships and men. The great Sun Tzu himself warned that fire attacks should only be used under certain circumstances.
The direction of the prevailing winds on the Yangtze seemed to preclude the possibility of a fire attack. For this reason, I too support Lord Pangtong's proposal. We should chain our ships together and form a stable platform across the river.
This would address the problem of our soldiers getting seasick, but what if the winds were to change direction?
I doubt that would happen. It's not impossible, I grant you that, but still, unlikely.
Which is why we will be counting on you. We may have cause to call upon your power as the guardian of peace.
You have the power to read the movement of the air itself, yes? Which means you'll be able to tell us the instant the winds change direction.
Humility is all well and good, but I know you can do it. I've been relying on your extraordinary talents for a long time now, ever since we fought the Yellow Turbans many moons ago. You mustn't forget that more than any man, I know exactly what you're capable of. Now is the time to claim the mantle of greatness. After all, you are my Zluan, remember? Liu Bei. I wonder sometimes if heaven is on his side. But still, I am alive, which means my own share of heaven's luck has not completely run out. Not yet, anyway. I will not give up this fight. Many good men have sacrificed themselves for my ambition. Everything we have gained so far is thanks to you, your bravery and heroism. My very life is a testament to all those who have died for my cause, and all those who still live to fight. The future is still in our hands.
Lord Cao Cao.
We will prevail no matter what. Do not fail me now. It appears that we've secured victory at last.
Yes, and with it, a powerful foothold in Jing. But the war's far from over. It is too early to let down our guard. As we expected, the armies of Liu Bei and Sun Quan have begun to pull back. They're not wasting any time. We must deliver a crushing blow now, while their forces are in disarray. Otherwise, they will be able to regroup and launch a counterattack.
Order all troops to pursue the enemy. We must honor the sacrifices of all who brought us this far, and ensure that this victory is complete.
Consider it done, Cao Cao.
We won this battle by a hair's breadth. If not for all of you, it would have had a very different outcome.
I suppose there's no point in humility. We did save the day, but so did everyone else. This was a victory won by your men and your allies, all of them. As much as I'd like to, we can't take all the credit.
Still, we all know a great portion of that credit goes to you, and you will have your reward. The world will soon know what you've done today.
A reward? Well, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to a cup of your finest wine. Of course, even that wouldn't be enough on its own. What we really want is a world of justice and fairness where everyone can live in peace. You give us that, and we could truly enjoy our wine.
Very well, my friend. If that is truly your wish, then it shall be yours.
Lord Goja, your leadership at Chibi was magnificent.
The tiger bent the knee, but broke no fang. The dragon headed towards E province in pursuit of territory. I'm not sure why the result was anything less than perfect.
Still, the fact remains that we gained strategic land.
It's cause for celebration, to be sure.
Never let victory make you complacent. Maintain your focus!
Keep both the mind and blade sharp, and well honed.
Hey, Cao Cao. Someone's looking rather content.
There's no contentment to be found yet. Our new kingdom remains beyond us still. Our true journey is only just beginning. We inherit the past and move into turbulent times. We shall not let up on our pace.
You can go. No. My friendship for you and the debt I owe Lord Cao Cao would never allow me to sully our honor in such a way. I fought with all my might, and I was well and truly defeated. To think, you are the same man I fought alongside on that day back in G. You've truly grown strong.
Guan Yu.
You may walk away this time, Lord Cao Cao, but in the end, Liu Bei will surpass you. If you have learned anything on this day, let that be the lesson you remember.
Impossible. My triumph over him is inevitable.
Oh, there he is, the man of the moment.
You fought magnificently in the last battle. If you hadn't have been there, we'd be at the bottom of the Yangtze right now.
Indeed. Allow me to thank you again, Zluan. Yes, when we had to face Guan Yu on Huarong Path, it was certain it would be my end. We lost this battle. I am willing to accept that. Witnessing the resolve of the Sun clan and the tenacity of Liu Bei's forces has made this a rather tolerable defeat. Besides, I have also escaped with my life. And as long as I am alive, I will never stop moving forward. no matter how strong my enemies may become. Come with us. Surely you cannot abandon our shared dreams and ambitions. I also doubt that you would suddenly become overcome by fear now.
Great. We're all counting on you.
Everyone knows they can place their faith in you, myself included.
We shall walk the path to power, together. Good timing. We were just thinking about your future with us.
Your service under Cao Cao has far exceeded expectations. Protocol dictates that you should be rewarded with a position of some sort.
But taking on such a position comes with its own duties and obligations.
It does. That is why I have decided to leave the decision to you. One option is to become a general and fight for us openly. You will have a great deal less freedom, but your sacrifice will be rewarded with fame and glory. Or you may choose to support us from the shadows as an officer with no official title. Although your deeds may go unnoticed, you will have the same unimpeded freedom that you currently enjoy. Zluan, which path will you choose? Good. We would be more than happy to have you in our ranks.
If that is your choice, then let's take this opportunity to grant you a proper rank and title.
Cao Cao will take all of your past achievements into consideration to bestow something suitable upon you.
Our lord is a poet after all. I'm sure whatever he comes up with will be magnificent.
I will give it some thought. You won't regret the wait, Zluan.